I've learned that opposing counsel will actually try to disqualify individuals that have come on the podcast for being biased, and that is, I find that to be wild, absolutely amazing.
Do I know about this?
Welcome back, guys, to episode 30 of Cases and Cocktails. I'm Bryan. This is my beautiful wife, Janice. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. Today, just me and you. You good with that?
Yeah.
All right. Fantastic. You know, this is our 30th episode of this insanity that we're doing.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
I can.
I was pretty sure someone would step in and stop us.
I didn't think that anyone would watch.
That's a fair statement. That's a fair statement. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Talk a little bit more about things that we've done in the last 30 episodes.
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Yeah. It feels kind of like I know it's not the halfway mark, but it feels sort of half-ish.
Yeah. It
So
feels like I've been doing this way too much. I'll tell you that. How about that?
I agree.
How about, it is Cases and Cocktails. We have to have a cocktail. Well, probably not going to talk about too many cases. But anyway, let's talk about our cocktail. You want to do that?
Yep.
Tell me what we got.
Today we've got a ranch water, G4 Tequila, Topo, lime, and what did you put in? A sprig of mint?
There's a sprig of mint. I thought that'd be a nice touch.
You're a little fancy with it.
That's fantastic. What do you think? Good?
Very nice. Yep.
Try it? Mm-hmm. I think it's fantastic. Yep, I can do that.
Heavy on the tequila.
Oh, it's about a 50-50 ratio there.
That's not how that's supposed to be at all.
50% tequila and 50% more tequila on top of that. So
Now it makes sense.
yeah, there you go. It's better that way, right? Mm-hmm. It took me, I just want you to know this, it took me exactly 30 episodes. This would be the 30th episode. It took me 29 episodes to be very specific in order for me to actually see any benefit from doing this podcast. And my benefit is this that I was given today. This is a Frost Buddy universal can cooler, bottle cooler / human thing. There you go. I nailed it. And it has my head on it. It's got yours on it, but it's got my head on it.
Right.
And by the way, too, double-sided.
Very
So that way, no matter which way I hold it, you can see my beautiful face. What do you think?
It's the only thing I was lacking in life.
I got to tell you, this is the best thing I'll be honest with you. If I get one of these every 30, I'll probably keep doing the podcast. You think it's worth it?
Okay.
I do want to say, I want to talk a little bit about what you just said, though. It's interesting that people, the amount of people that we've heard from that actually watch this and follow along.
The feedback from viewers, yeah.
It's interesting. I have everything from, we have individuals from across the state that have contacted us, reached out to us to talk about it. We've had individuals who are attorneys. We've had judges tell us they've seen it. It's crazy to me. Absolutely bananas. You?
I think it's great. I think that I really enjoy having guests on and having them be able to tell their story.
Yeah.
I think that's really what resonates with everyone else. You know, we go into the courtroom and we put our clients on the stand, but they don't get to really tell their story as much because we have a limited amount of time and we have our story that we have to tell in order to get the relief we're asking for. So we're in there doing all the litigation stuff, and it's nice to have people here be able to tell their story so that others out there can connect and see that it's not just them, that other people are dealing with similar or the same types of struggles, and offering resources, I think, is fabulous.
No, I agree. I agree as well. I think it's been interesting. It's been really interesting all the way going back to like the beginning. We had Robert Garza on, we had Rod McCall on. They got to tell their stories here on our podcast. They've been able to tell their story in other ways as well. But that really has opened up a lot of new things for us to do as well, right?
Yep.
We've had an opportunity to testify at the legislature. because of Mr. Garza, of Robert. I know Rod, he came down and testified recently as well in front of the legislature as well. So it's amazing to me how these stories affect people and how they move people and how important it is for those stories to be told.
I agree.
When Rod was on, there was I made a big deal about it, and I still believe it. I wanted to, and I said this in the one of the very first podcasts. I said I really want every judge in the state of Texas to read the first couple chapters of Rod's book, and I will tell you that when Rod was here, Sandra Aguilar took Rod in a bunch of copies of his books, and we actually tried to deliver them to some local judges, and we were turned away. Mm-hmm. Apparently, that's frowned upon. But we'll come up. I'll come up with a different way. I believe there's a way to do this, and so we will come up with a way to try to do that, not only just here locally, but like I said, across the state. So we'll keep plugging away with that. What's your favorite memory so far?
Ooh, I don't have a favorite one. I think
don't?
No, because everyone that comes on and tells their story, each story has been so unique and so different. We've had other attorneys on. We've had people that have dealt with alienation, parents that have dealt with alienation. We've had kids that have been the alienated child. There've just been so many different types of stories from people from different walks of life, people that have dealt with addiction issues and now turn around and give back to the community and help others. I think the one thing that has been common throughout is that everyone that has dealt with some of these things has turned it into something positive in their life. They all give back and try to help others that are in similar situations. Yeah. Robert is helping change the law across the country.
Right.
Rod McCall goes and speaks, and I know he has a podcast too. It's great.
It really has. It's been fantastic. I've enjoyed it. I've learned a lot from a lot of other human beings that I wouldn't normally learn from. I know that sounds like a weird space, but we kind of get stuck in this space where we're dealing with case law or we're dealing with procedure or whatever it is that's going on, and you don't oftentimes get to have some of that ancillary education, and having these people on, having guests on, really kind of opened my eyes to some things that I wouldn't normally have learned.
I think it's made me a better attorney.
That's fair.
Because sitting and listening to these people's stories and hearing how it impacted them not only during litigation but after has given me a little bit of perspective to take a little bit more time with clients and recognize that we're not just helping them during litigation. That when we walk away, it's not over.
Right.
They still have fallout from everything that happened during the course and before litigation, of course. Yeah. It gives me a little bit of perspective and patience.
No, it does me too. It's been helpful. Do you have anything that you don't like about it?
No.
No? That doesn't sound like a very fair answer.
No, I was nervous when we first started. But
yeah.
Not much anymore. I don't watch them, so I don't get very nervous. I can't
You're not watching it?
I can't watch it.
You're not watching it every Friday?
No. What about you?
Things I don't like. I don't like the drink that we were going to drink for this podcast that preceded this ranch water. So that
is not anyone's fault.
I don't think it's anyone's fault, but that was disgusting, whatever that drink was. So let's not do that anymore. Start there.
Well, we did 29 fabulous ones.
We did 29 fabulous ones. And by the way, I think the thing that I love more than anything else is when the drink is so fancy that it's got some sort of concoction on the side of it and it gets stuck in my beard in the middle of trying to consume it. What do you think?
We've tapered back on some of the popsicles and sugary rims.
That's good though. It's really good.
We got complaints that they weren't so fancy.
That's fair. I'll tell you this, one of the things, and this is a hot sports opinion, and I don't know, maybe I like it, maybe I don't, I'm not sure. One of the things about it is you come on a podcast and I've learned that opposing counsel will actually try to disqualify individuals that have come on the podcast for being biased, and that is I find that to be wild, absolutely amazing.
Do I know about this?
Yeah, so I won't name names, but you know exactly who you are.
Oh my gosh.
We've had professionals on, and I've been in court, and I've suggested said professional because I think they are good at what they do. And the other side has said they cannot be on the case because they appeared on this podcast. And despite how awesome this Frost Buddy is, we don't actually have sponsors. We're not actually making money right now. And more importantly, we're not paying the guests to be here. So
I hope there was never that expectation, by the way.
I hope there is.
They were probably very disappointed.
I'll just be honest with you. There's a part of me that wants to have everybody that I know on the podcast so everyone can be disqualified, and then it will just leave me to be the one to do the things. So
I guess I didn't even think about that perspective because it's so ridiculous.
I don't think it's a rational sort of thought process. So I don't think that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. It's not rational. Like that's I'm just saying, it's like anyway, it's like we stood in line next to each other at the taco stand at lunch, and so you're disqualified from being whatever, man. Jesus.
So
no one's done that to you though, apparently, huh? Just me?
Not yet. I'm sure now that you've told everyone it's a thing.
By the way,
you're
disqualified from being with me as well. So there you go. It's fantastic. So I think that's one. That's one of the bad things that I think has happened. I didn't realize that, and so apparently, I'm limiting my pool of professionals on my cases. So that's the thing.
I feel like we could maybe use that strategically.
100%.
We can talk about that later. I have some ideas now.
There's some hot sports opinions about who we want on the podcast next. I want to say this too. The other thing that I don't like about the podcast, and I don't know, this isn't really new. It's not new. It's just a different way for them to do that. There are apparently some human beings that are really offended by us talking, period. And they go on social media and apparently post about their disdain for us talking. And so
they don't have to watch.
That's the thing. Like I'm like blown away that this is the only content that they can find on Friday nights to consume. But I guess apparently it's so compelling that they are forced to do it and then also go on and complain about it. So I find that to be interesting. I don't, you and I are no strangers to
we'll call it criticism.
It's criticism, but also, to be honest with you, this is sort of just a perpetuation. Long before Josh came along and started doing the marketing, this is a compliment, I think, to you. I'm not sure if it is or not, Josh. But before that, our marketing just comprised of my name written on all the bathroom stalls in the courthouse about how big of an asshole I am. So, and that worked for a very long time. So now we just do it publicly here. So now I guess the bathroom stall is Facebook. Call for a terrible lawyer. It's a weird space to put that sort of propaganda out, but I guess it's a thing.
People sound obsessed.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Why are you carrying a marker into the bathroom? It's a whole. I'm just saying. By the way, I spell my name Bryan. So when you put Brian, there's another.
Not even him.
There's another gentleman I think that's in North Texas that's got a law firm. So he's very upset that you've criticized him, to use your word, in Travis County courthouse bathroom. So, but that's okay. That's part of it. That's fine. It's not a big deal.
What would you like to see in the next round?
I'd like to get sponsors. That'd be cool.
Markers.
Marker. Can I get a marker?
Sharpie sponsorship.
Sharpie will. We should give Sharpies to all our guests.
Now you're giving them something.
Now they're definitely conflicted out, for God's sakes. What do I want to see in the future? I'd like to have someone from the bench. That'd be nice. Having someone from the bench. Maybe we could pull that off.
I don't know.
If only Jillian French knew someone that maybe we could get on the bench.
We'll see.
Maybe we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Looking at you, Jillian. I don't know. I think some more discussion about people, personal cases, telling personal stories. I think it's really important. I think it's one of the biggest feedbacks that I've received is that, we hear from people that are going through this. They're not lawyers, they're not judges, they're not professionals, they're individuals, they're parents they're either at the beginning, the middle, the end, whatever phase, and sometimes it's just a nonstop perpetuation of it. But they talk about how hearing other people's stories and that they've been able to not win. I don't think win's the word, but navigate.
That there's an end.
There's an end. Yeah.
You can get to the other side.
Right. And I think that's important. I think that's really important. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see a little bit more too. I was fascinated with the legislature and some things and some of that process. So I thought that was really neat. I'd like to do a little bit more on that. I'd like to have some more professionals on to talk a little bit more about resources that people can use and that can do things that people can do to help themselves in this sort of stuff. What would you like to see?
I like when individuals come tell stories.
Right.
And so the more of that, I think the more people connect with that. Like you said, that's the best feedback that we get.
Yeah. I think we should get a studio. Are we going to get sponsors? Is this a thing? Do we need to get Rogan to help us with that or what?
I mean, he's got a studio an hour from here, if that.
Right. Maybe we use a studio.
I mean, you're kind of a big deal.
I'm not a big deal. I'm not that. Are you setting that up?
I'm trying.
Okay, he's working on it. Nice, fantastic.
What do you need a studio for?
I don't know. I always, for all of y'all that are following along at home, this is the wall that is at the front of our office. And so, Josh does a fantastic job. By the way, this is not a knock on you. He does a great job of creating this production value that in very humble settings, very, very humble settings. And so that'd be fun. I think that'd be cool, right, to do that. I think we grow, be bigger, do stuff. Do all things.
You tired of moving furniture around?
Yeah, that's the other thing. I have to move furniture every time we do this. So, but no, it'd be nice. I think it'd be nice. It's not bad. It's not too bad. We talked a little bit throughout this. We've talked about some stuff in the news. Probably do some current event stuff, I guess, maybe moving forward. I don't know. It's fun. I've enjoyed it. This is better than doing the other stuff we did before, huh?
Yeah, I like it better.
I like it's better.
I didn't think I would because the format is longer, but like I said, the feedback is amazing even from clients. I have a handful of clients that watch every week, and they say that even stuff that doesn't relate to them personally, they learn from it, and they know someone or have a friend, that's gone through similar things.
No, I agree. I think it's been fantastic. Yeah. Keep banging this thing out, I guess.
I think so.
All right. Well, it was a quick one.
Yep.
Not too bad.
Cheers to 30.
30 episodes. Here's to 30 more at least, hopefully. That's kind of the thing they do now, right? You get picked up for a new season, right? They do that on Netflix or whatever.
I don't know. All the shows I like get canceled.
Well, the cool part about this, I don't know that we can get canceled. Can we? Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
Okay. All right. There you
now
go.
I'm worried. I didn't even know.
All right. Yeah, it's fine. We're on a lot of different mediums too, right? What about we iHeart, YouTube, Amazon,
YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn.
You know what we should do? We should look at doing like an episode and put it on like a streaming thing. What do you think? Like a live, like a thing, like a TV show.
Not live.
Yeah, like you shoot episodes, right?
I mean, I shoot whatever you want me to.
We could do that. Maybe if we knew someone that was doing that. Maybe we could. Stay tuned. All right, stay tuned.
I think we should do some traveling podcasts.
Ooh, that'd be cool. What do you think?
We travel to like the coolest courthouses or beaches. I don't know how we tie that in, but I like the
Beaches?
beach.
There's absolutely none of you that want to see me in a bathing suit. Absolutely none of you. Just the glare on the lens itself would be enough to. That'd probably get us canceled, wouldn't it?
That's how it works.
I've got sunglasses.
You got sunglasses, right? Everyone at home would have. It'd be like that. It'd be like that 3D TV, but it'd have to be like you need these sunglasses to view this content, right?
I also think it's cute that you talk about everyone watching from home.
Oh, that's fair. We're not doing that. They're
No,
not.
they're not like watching this on a TV, probably.
No, it's like a phone situation.
They're probably killing time at work.
I watch it on the TV.
See, Josh watches on TV. He says I look amazing in 4K. That's what he said.
I believe him.
Is that it? Yeah. Josh, do we have anything special, or we're just going to kind of make it up as we go?
Yeah, make it up as we go.
Yeah, that's freaking.
It's got us this far.
It's got us this far. It's going to work. Right? It's going to work. All right, 30. This is 30. We'll do 30 more. See how that goes.
Sounds good.
Go from there. All right. You know, what's fun about it is too, you know what I really enjoy? Is I enjoy having people come in and do it with us, like the podcast, shoot the podcast, be a guest. And it's always fun to like explain to them all the things that go into kind of make this happen, right? There's a lot of these little nuanced details. And so
You really enjoy your 3 claps before we get
I
started.
do. Every time I get to clap 3 times before we get started. It's fantastic. It makes me happy. All right. Let's get out of here. You want to?
Yeah,
All right. You're not going to finish your ranch water?
I will.
Chug it? Nope. All right. Here's the 30. Awesome. Thank you guys for hanging out with us for 30 episodes, and we look forward to 30 more.
And be sure to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.